Love is blind, but the red flags are in 4K. We're one bad text away from crashing out in a probation violation. Welcome to Kinda Unhinged. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup video. And we are on season 7, episode 4. So we begin this episode with Emily saying that she's going to go shoot some content, some type of like OF type of content. And she says she makes good money making this type of content and she needs it because just in the last month and a half, she sent Justin 5K. And to me, that's a red flag because why would you need 5K when you're locked up? So on her way, she gets text messages from one of his exes, not the one that set her up, but a different one. This one's name is Liz. And Liz says that Justin is just using her and he sees her as a bank. And when he gets out, he's going to be coming back with her. And then Liz says, yeah, we've been plotting on you the whole time and we're just using you. And I'm thinking, well, if you're in on the plot with Justin, then why are you telling the bank? It's no longer a plot if you're telling her, like, hey, we're using you. That's kind of stupid. But it is very plausible that Justin is just using her for money because he did say that he would have a hard time leaving Liz alone. And we already know that he doesn't like what Emily does for a living. So then we see Aisha and her friend make it to Mikhail's aunt's house, and she says, oh, we call him Michael. So Aisha says, well, can you take me and show me where Mikhail's house is? Because I want to see it. He told me that he had this farm and he had all these animals, and I want to see it. So the aunt leads her to like this dirt road. And she's like, well, you have to stop the car here and then walk up the rest of the way. And the aunt's like, I'm not going to walk up there, but you guys can walk up there. So they get out of the car and they start walking. Then we go to like commercial or something. We come back and they're still walking, but it's dark. And it says that it's 20 minutes later. Now, why on earth you would be walking for 20 minutes out into this forest looking area, especially when it gets dark and you don't know where you're going, I will never understand because it wouldn't be me. I'm not walking 20 minutes into the forest. Like that was nuts to me. But they continued on for whatever reason. Then they finally get to his trailer and it literally looks like something out of a nightmare. There's police tape on the ground. I mean, it looks ominous. There's no way that I would be going inside. But they go inside. And she's like, oh, it smells awful in here. And it's like, yeah, because nobody's probably been in there since he's been locked up. So she finds all these papers in there and she's like, let's just take them all because I want to read them and figure out what's going on. So they take all the papers, they go back to the car, and the friend's like, I wonder if the aunt's still there. And I'm thinking, where is she gonna go? You guys left her in the car. It wasn't her car. How would she get back home? Of course she's still there. And I know she had to be thinking, what the heck are they doing for 40 minutes? Because 20 minutes up there, 20 minutes back. So the woman's in the car for like an entire hour waiting for these people. But anyway, they go back, they take her back to the house, and they're like, how long did Mikhail get? And the aunt's like, well, they have a 3 offender rule here. So he got life. And that would have been it for me. I would have got in my car, I would have left, I would have cut my losses. I wouldn't even have took those papers with me because what do you mean he got life? That's the 999 years. Stop playing with us. But no, she's like, I got to get to the bottom of this. Man, we've gotten to the bottom of this. 999 years, life. So then we see Damon talking to Goddess saying that he really needs his clothes from his ex, but he doesn't want there to be any drama, so he'll have his mama get it because apparently he's got a lot of like designer clothes. He said they're worth up to like $250,000. Then we get a scene with Benita saying that she sold his clothes and she lost the engagement ring that he gave her. So she's in a jewelry store trying to replace the ring that he gave her. And she asked them for a ring that was similar to it, and they brought one out and they said it's 5K. And she's like, I can't afford 5K to pay on a ring. And she was like, well, do you have like a cubic zirconia that looks similar that I could get? And of course, they found her one for $64. She bought that and she was like, well, I'll try to finesse him into buying me another ring when he gets out. And good luck with that, because when he finds out that you sold all of his clothes and you lost that ring, like, girl, please. You're not gonna get another ring. So then Damon gets caught in a lie with Goddess. He says that none of his kids' mothers know about Goddess. And she's like, I thought you told me that you told one of them. And he was like, no, I didn't tell anybody. So now she's looking at him sideways because she's like, he definitely told me that he had a whole conversation with one of them and he told them that he was in a relationship. So Kaylee and her mom go meet up with Michael's mom. So immediately Angel's like, oh, so you brought your mom. So Angel asked Lori is Kaylee's mom, how she feels about Michael getting out soon. And Lori's like, well, how do you feel about him getting out soon since you haven't supported him? And she's like, I do support him. I just don't condone his actions and the things that he's done. And Lori says, well, why haven't you been helping my daughter buy some of the stuff that he needs? She spent $42,000 on him since he's been in there. And Angel says, well, that's her fault. I didn't tell her to spend that money on him. She needs to grow a backbone and tell him no. Then she says, and maybe if you hadn't spent all of her money, then maybe she'd have more money. And Lori did not like that at all. And she said, well, just today, I spent $700 on an outfit for him because Kaylee's cards got declined. And then once again, Angel says, well, you're stupid and so is she. And she's like, well, you need to support your son and help him get on his feet. She was like, I'm not giving him anything. They're adults. They need to figure it out. And Lori's like, well, why should my daughter be taking care of him? Why is she struggling trying to provide for him? And Angel said, because she's a dork and married an inmate. So then we see Rich go see, I guess it was a psychic, and he was asking her about meeting up with Felicia. And he gets emotional while he's there. He said he's been married twice before and it hasn't worked out either time for him. And the psychic tells him that Felicia is hiding something from him and they're gonna eventually break up. So of course they give us a scene with Felicia telling us what she's hiding. So apparently she has an ex-boyfriend that unalived somebody. She says that when she gets out, she's gonna try to be with Rich, but she knows that her ex could come and blow up her relationship at any point. So then we see Brittany and Liz, Justin's two exes, together, and they were talking about Emily. And Liz is like, he's just using her for her money, and me and him are gonna be back together when he gets out. And Brittany's like, yeah, I already know. Emily's nothing but a placeholder. He's never gonna be able to get past what she does for a living. And then he calls, and Liz takes the phone and she confronts him about blocking her. And he's like, well, you're trying to mess up things with me and Emily. And she was like, you know, you want to be with me. Like, why are you acting like this? And he's like, I mean, I don't know. And Brittany was like, you know, you're going to be with her when you get out. I don't know why you're putting her through all this. And I'm thinking, Brittany, you need to get a life. Why are you so worried about who he's going to be with? So we end the episode off with Michael and Kaylee's moms still arguing. And once again, Angel tells Lori that her and her daughter are stupid and she told Kaylee not to marry him or get that dumb tattoo that she has. And Lori's like, you're so judgmental. You think you're better than everyone. And Angel's like, no, I don't think I'm better than everyone, but I think I'm better than you. And then Lori throws her cup of water right in Angel's face and storms off. And Kaylee apologizes to Angel. And Angel's like, yeah, don't bring her around me ever again. And I can understand why Angel is so frustrated and why she doesn't like Lori, but she was doing a whole lot by taking shots at Kaylee. Like, she didn't have to do that. Like, she was doing a bit much, honestly. And Kaylee's just sitting up there taking it. But you guys let me know what y'all thought about this episode in the comments down below. And if you want more Love After Lockup content, then go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.
I'm not going to apologize to her. I'll tell you that right now.